Hello?
Hey, James?
This Jason?
Yes, Jason here.
What's up, man? How you doing?
Very good. So do I call you James or Michael?
Oh, you can call me either one.
Okay.
My wife doesn't call me either.
So how's it going?
Doing good, man. Just digging out of the latest snowstorm here. We got blasted again yesterday. It's just been... we got around a foot of snow and sleet and ice. But this is the third storm we've had in like 2 weeks. Yeah, so it's just the whole city was like in chaos yesterday, you know.
So Jaymz Lennfield, how long did it take you to get that name?
Probably took me about 5 seconds to think it up. You know, I mean, once you start doing the whole mashup thing, you know, you just kind of start getting used to playing with, you know, with the words and the sounds of words and things like that. So really the Jaymz Lennfield was, to come up with that name, it wasn't as difficult as what people might think, you know.
Yep.
I mean, to come up with the name Ringo Lars was even easier.
And that's an incredible name, Ringo Lars.
That's easy, man. That was the easy part. And you got to use Cliff McBurtney. I mean, when we started thinking of names for the characters, no offense to Jason Newsted, you know, because I love Jason Newsted and Voivod and Flotsam and Jetsam and all that. But, you know, we kind of wanted to stick with the Cliff Burton name, you know.
If you'd taken the Jason character, what would have been the name?
I don't know. We've never thought about it, I guess, you know.
Or the Rob Trujillo.
Yeah, and like, no offense for Rob, you know, but it's like, you know, the Cliff thing, that was easy, too. It's like, well, of course we're using Cliff Burton.
Right.
Why wouldn't you, you know?
And George Hammondson.
Yeah, that's, you know, the Hammondson thing is cool. It's like, you know, we want to give attention to the Beatles side. We want to give attention to the Metallica side, you know. So each name has a part of that, just like each song does or each album does, you know.
Beatallica, you guys started out in 2001. How long did it take Lars Ulrich to find out you guys existed?
Oh, boy, let's see. I think I'm just taking a guess and saying maybe a year or something.
So the internet must have pushed it quite hard.
Yeah, well, they had been aware of us before we even realized it. They had been watching us for about a year or even more before they started getting in contact with us. And that's simply because when they were on tour in Europe, reporters were coming up to them and asking them if they had ever heard of us. You know, so they would go to interviews and reporters would be playing our MP3s. Like, have you heard this? And so finally they started just putting out a little bit of, you know, the big brother on us, you know, checking us out without our knowledge, I think, you know. But it was all fine and good. I mean, we're obviously, you know, in partnership and stuff like that now, you know. So, I mean, but it was pretty interesting, I think, to them and us.
You ever meet Lars Ulrich in person yet?
When I was a kid, you know, like I'm talking like Ride the Lightning days. You know, they did an appearance here in Milwaukee. It was like them and Wasp and Armored Saint, which was awesome.
And you got the pleasure to meet Lars.
Yeah, I mean, that's the last time that I was in their presence, you know, like as a face-to-face, you know.
What were you doing before Beatallica? Playing other covers of Metallica? What are you doing?
No, not at all. I wasn't even in a rock band. I was playing acoustic music, you know. I have a history in like Irish and American folk music, and I play in another Irish rock band that is also signed on the same label as Beatallica is. But you know, I wasn't even in a heavy metal or a rock band at that time. I had been at one time, but when Beatallica started, it was like just I wasn't even in a rock band. And I was like, what are you talking about, you know? And then all of a sudden, whether I liked it or not, I was in another rock band.
So you opened for bigs like Dream Theater, Motorhead, Testament, Creator, Sepultura, and LA Guns. How did you get the opportunity to do that?
Some of that is through our European booking agent. You know, she's done a really good job of getting us, you know, the things set up over there in Europe. Some things are just done because a promoter would contact us and say, hey, we're doing a show with Clutch. Do you want to play it? We love you guys. You know, I'm like, sure, yeah. You know, or we did the LA Guns show when we were in South Korea. And that, you know, we're like, hey, we're having this festival. LA Guns is here. You want to do the show? I'm like, well, yeah, sure, you know. So I think it kind of depends.
So they fly you from the States to South Korea?
Yeah, it was crazy, dude.
That's a long ways.
Hell yeah, we went all the way down there, and it was a monsoon the day that we played. I mean, it was awful rain. It was terrible. And so we flew. It was like a 16-hour flight from Milwaukee to South Korea, and we played like 40 minutes.
And is this just one show you guys did?
Yeah.
Wow.
We stayed for 4 days because we did like press stuff and like a studio tour, and we did just a tour of the city. We hung out an extra day with friends, you know, and volunteers and stuff. It was really super fun, and it was worth every second of flying. We'd all do it again tomorrow. We're concentrating on our show, you know what I mean? And we want to put on a good Beatallica show and treat our volunteers well, and you know, because we had a great group of guys and girls and stuff, really, really sweet people, you know. That's why we stayed an extra day and a half. We had nothing to do. We're just like, you know what? We're just going to hang out with you guys. So
cool.
We all went out around the city, and it was great fun. Like I say, we'd go do that again tomorrow, you know, and hang out with those guys. Not even to play. We'd just go hang out.
So the South Koreans like your Beatallica?
Oh, it was awesome. Our biggest foreign market is Asia, Japan and Korea. Yeah, I mean, it's got a great response. Our biggest foreign market is the Asian market.
You listen to Death Magnetic much, and when are you going to start doing songs of that one?
Well, we have listened to Death Magnetic, and if all the legal issues get cleared up yet, we have a new song from the Death Magnetic album on our new CD. We can't reveal what it is because of some legal things that need to get cleared up, and that's just with publishers and copyright people and all that stuff. It's moving along, and it's probably going to be fine. It's just right now, you know, we can't even reveal the name of what we want the new CD to be called.
Wow.
And that's just because there's always things in negotiation. It's not even Sony. Sony's not the problem, and Metallica's not the problem. It's other individual people and other parts of publishing companies that are involved that we just need to settle on an arrangement and make sure that everyone is satisfied and stuff like that. But yeah, we worked with Death Magnetic right when it came out, you know. I mean, you have to be looking at the entire Metallica catalog and the entire Beatles catalog. That's what makes you well-rounded, you know.
So you guys very big Beatles fans?
Oh, huge.
And also Metallica?
Oh, yeah.
You guys like Megadeth?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
the Dave Mustaine era?
I've not met Dave Mustaine or anything like that, you know. But I have all the Megadeth stuff, sure. I've seen them a bunch of times.
When's your new album coming out?
Yeah, I asked the legal people.
Oh, you don't even know that.
Yeah, we were hoping
2009, 2010.
We were hoping it was going to be out in the spring,
you
know. And it still might be. I actually have another conversation going on with our label coming up like this week or next week to talk about that. I mean, the album's nearly all done being recorded. It's going to be done like this month, you know. So we're ready to go. It's just a matter of the legal folks and the legal side being ready to go. And, you know, that's the one thing about this band where I really have no control over a lot of that. That's up to, you know, people in a really tall building wearing expensive suits and making decisions, you know, and things like that. So we have people on it, and we think the record sounds great. You know, we can't wait to get it out, and you know, there's a lot of cool new tunes, and it spans the catalog of every Metallica thing and every Beatles thing. You know, we think it's really good. So.
Playing with Motorhead, did you get to meet Lemmy?
Playing with Motorhead, you know, it's like we did that at a show called Earthshaker. That was in Germany. That festival does not exist anymore. But yeah, I mean, it was cool. I'm a huge Mickey D fan. You know, when he was in King Diamond and stuff like that. So I mean, that was great. That was the one that Creator was at, and Testament. Who else played? Gamma Ray, Corplicani, Udo played that one. I mean, all. I mean, it was huge. It was this great. Cradle of Filth played it. I mean, it was awesome. You know, all these bands and stuff. So it was really cool. And we have a lot of friends over in that area now too. So just to get back in touch with friends and music folks and everything like that was a lot of fun. Okay, man, take care up there.
You too. Bye-bye.
All right, cheers.